Stampers. Today we're going to make this card, so let's go ahead and get busy. Here are the supplies we're going to use today. We're going to use the black cardstock, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then the crumb cake is cut at 4 by 10 3/4. And you can just go ahead and fold it over, or if you want to score it, it's at 5 3/8. And that's going to make the inside of the card. And then the layer on the front of the card, the crumb cake is cut at 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then the black cardstock is cut at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then the little tag up here where it says Best Dad Ever, this is cut at 2 1/2 by 1/2 inch. And I went ahead and embossed this already with the Best Dad Ever with the black embossing powder. And then I put 2 dimensionals on the back. So then I'm using the 1/2 inch seam binding ribbon, and this is in the crumb cake. And then I'm using 2 black brads. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this black cardstock. Let me move this stuff out of the way here. Okay, so we're just going to take the front of the card and we're going to line this up on the cutter at 4 inches. So this top part should be about 1 1/2 inches when you cut it. So this is going to be the front of the card like that. Okay, so the stamps that we're going to use today is called the Best Dad Ever, and it's in the Summer Mini right now. We're going to use this tie stamp and the Best Dad Ever. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our image first. Let me get the pieces here. Okay, so we're going to use the crumb cake first, and I'm going to grab my powder pal and my embossing buddy. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub that embossing buddy over top of the crumb cake, and then I'm going to take the Versamark ink pad, and I'm going to ink up the ties. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this right in the center of that crumb cake. Okay. And then I'm going to take the powder pal, and you get 2 sets of these when you order them. This is the smaller size. And then I'm going to take the black embossing powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that over top of the ties. Okay, so I sprinkled that on top of the ties. Set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and heat set this with the heat tool gun. Okay. Alright, so there's your ties. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and layer this onto the black cardstock. Just like that. Very good. So now I'm going to take the base card and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Best Dad Ever along the bottom right hand side, but I'm going to emboss that with the clear embossing powder. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I'm going to take my Versamark ink pad. Stamp this right along the bottom edge of the card. Take my clear embossing powder, and then I'm going to heat set this. Okay, so then I'm going to grab a piece of crumb cake and the black cardstock with the photo corner punch. And I'm going to punch twice with each color. Okay, so then we're going to take our dimensionals and we're going to pop the corners. We're going to take the smaller of the crumb cake. And I'm just going to pop this up on a larger black corner piece. That. Okay, so then we're going to take our black cardstock and I'm going to run adhesive over top of this, and then I'm going to slide the card right inside and seal that down. So then your card's going to open up like this. Isn't that cute? Okay, so we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Pop the corners up on a dimensional. Cute. You're going to take the 1/2 inch seam binding ribbon and you're just going to tie a bow over to the left hand side. And then take the greeting Best Dad Ever that I've already embossed with the black embossing powder. I'm just going to position this right kind of below that ribbon. And the dimensionals on the back will kind of hold the ribbon in place also. Just like that. And then we're just going to add 2 little brads right down here at the bottom. So I'm going to take the 1/16 handheld punch. And I'm just going to punch 2 holes right there. Brads inside. Just like that. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love that card. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for stopping by and we'll see you later. Bye!